Hey, Lobo fans, welcome inside the Lobo Lounge. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy, and I have my broadcast partner, my good friend, and a Lobo basketball legend, Hunter Greene, today. Hunter, what's going on, friend?
Hey, good morning, Rob. Um, Good to see you, man. It's been a while. You
Awesome
look,
to see you too. And before we get into the great Lobo Rewind broadcast we have scheduled for Saturday this weekend, how are you holding up during the pandemic, my friend? It's been strange for everybody.
yeah, it has been. Just trying to create new routines, do different things, but try to have a routine as much as possible is what I've been doing, and um, I've kind of adjusted now over the last 3 months. But it's difficult. Everything's on pause. I mean, life without sports, it's tough, man.
It's really strange. And I know you're a big workout guy and you love those group classes where you sweat a lot and you do your thing. How you been getting in your cardio, man?
Man, you know what, Rob? I've actually been getting up, going, hitting the trails, walking, a lot of walking, making new friends, getting to reacquainted with my neighbors. Actually, it's like we actually talk to each other nowadays. So it's been a different type of workout, but I've been getting it in
Hunter
for my
Greene is with
for
us, a
my
Lobo
family.
basketball legend.
Yeah.
And he, of course, is also the color commentator for Lobo basketball broadcasts. And Hunter, coming up this Saturday, it's June the 6th, 1 p.m., our second edition of Lobo Rewind, the response to the rewind of the 2007 bowl victory for Lobo football over Nevada was incredible. Demand was great for another edition, and it's the 1988 Lobos, your Lobos takedown in January of that year of the Arizona Wildcats when they were unbeaten and number one. You guys beat them in the pit. We're going to rebroadcast it Saturday, June 6th, 1 p.m. You and I will be on live for fans and former players and coaches to interact with. And we're going to talk to a bunch of the principals from the event. I can't wait. I just can't wait.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I mean, I normally don't look back at film and game film, and um, but it was interesting. I kind of got a glance of a little bit of it, and no, it'll be fun to kind of get some of these replays and bring back some old memories.
Some old great memories, and maybe at the very top of the list of memories, Hunter, is you staring down Sean Elliott with the game on the line at the end and coming up with the key block that clinched the victory. The best that you can, kind of rewind for us that moment. Just take us through that little snippet there when the Lobos clinched the 61-59 win.
Well, I was, I don't know if remember, I've told the story. I was in a fog, really. I mean, I was sick before the game, so hard for me to remember details. But I remember at the end of the game, Sean Elliott, in fact, the only All-American playing in that game, had the ball in his hands and went up for a shot, and I was able to block him from behind. But that was exciting. I mean, that was definitely a pit game, pit crowd. I've been here 37 years. I've probably seen over 700 games, and that's up there. That's one of the top games. So
An
fun.
incredible win for Lobo basketball, and more than 18,000 in the pit that particular night. Give us a feeling of what that's like to play in front of that crowd.
It's a feeling like no other. I think it's hard to explain. It's funny. I like to listen to other players to give the same answer, or at least try to answer the same question. And it's such a high that you can't really describe. I mean, you get those chills going down the ramp, and then once you hit that floor, the burst of energy from the crowd, and the support, it's just unbelievable. I mean, it feels like you can do anything out there, and we did. We were able to beat number one in the nation. So it's just a great feeling to be in the pit and to be amongst the crowd and the fans just cheering you on. I mean, I don't have words for it, man. I mean, I think you ask other Lobos the same question. We'll see, and we'll find out. They'll probably say the same thing. It's just a feeling like no other.
So one of the things I'm really excited about, and something that happened during the rebroadcast of the 2007 Bowl victory, was the interaction with other former Lobos. They jumped on Facebook to send their comments to Danny Gonzalez and Rocky Long, and to other players, teammates who are also on Facebook Live and interacting. And I wanted to ask you, because I know you've reached out already to many of your old teammates, and you've either had text exchanges or conversations with them in advance of Saturday's event. How cool has that been?
Oh, man, it's been awesome. You know, it's funny. One of them, Jimmy Rogers, he points out, man, it's been 25, 30 years, and we have not connected in a while. And it just, it's good to kind of touch base and feel, you know, kind of see what guys are doing in their lives. But yeah, it's been an experience. So I've reached out to a number of former players, and then of course some of the U of A guys that are going to join us. So it's been fun. I mean, in fact, we just still haven't had enough time to really sit and get engaged with, you know, one another. And so I'll probably have to circle back with the guys just to catch up and see what they're doing in their lives.
Well, hopefully some of that will come out on Saturday. It's 1 o'clock. It's Lobo Rewind. It's New Mexico, University of Arizona. Arizona unbeaten, nationally ranked #1. The Lobos take them down in the pit. We're going to relive it with you. Legendary Lobo from 1983 to 1988, and the 8th all-time leading scorer in the program's history. It's a privilege to sit next to you for Lobo basketball, Hunter, and I can't wait to sit next to you Saturday for Lobo Rewind. It's going to be fun.
Hey, Rob, I appreciate it, and I enjoy sitting next to you as well, and I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun. In fact, I'll probably watch some of that game with intent to try to remember a lot of it, because I tell you, and it's funny, I was thinking about this. I remember the losses more so than the wins. It's crazy, but you know, maybe because of the pain of the losses, but the big losses were the ones that I remembered most. But this was one of those great wins that I think, you know, just really gave a good feeling, an uplift in the program, in the community, to be able to compete at that high level and to be the #1 ranked team. You know, New Mexico, and when I first got here, was kind of in a rebuilding mode. Both Mike Winters, Kelvin Scarborough, Larry Markland, I think there were like 6 freshmen that came in here, and we were part of that rebuild. And so when you're able to accomplish something like that, it really it gives you some satisfaction that, hey, you know what, we're working hard and we're moving in the right direction.
Well, we're going to relive the pinnacle of that rebuild, the 1988 win over Arizona in the pit. Hunter Greene, thanks so much for being with us in the Lobo Lounge, and we'll see you on Saturday.
All right, Rob, we'll see you.
That's it for the Lobo Lounge for today. Remember, Lobo Rewind, Saturday, 1 p.m., Mountain West Network. Follow us and interact on Facebook and Twitter. So long, everybody, and go Lobos.